Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls. We are your IndyCar experience. And this week, we're your IMSA experience as
Guys,
well.
wait. And now the IMSA experience for the Rolex.
The Rolex 24. All right, we are getting close to wrapping up season 3. This is
Yeah,
episode 49.
49.
4-9er. Well, Molly, we might as well just warm up the tires, jump right into it.
I mean, it's a race report, so like 2 seconds of news.
Yep.
But all of the news we're going to be covering next week because next week we'll be talking about, silly season, but and then straight into the Rolex because that's how we roll.
That's how we
That
roll.
sounded good.
All right, so, of course, the day that we drop this on Thursday, there is going to be an announcement from Tony Kanaan.
Oh boy. I mean,
So
who knows?
it could be all kinds of things. It could be that he's only doing the 500. It could be that he's not doing any races. It could be, I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't even predict with the way this silly season has gone.
It's him and Mark Miles.
Yeah, that's it. Nobody from
That's it.
AJ Foyt Racing.
Nobody from any other team. It's just president of Penske Entertainment Corporation, Mark Miles. And I was like, well, that's a new title for you, Mark.
Sure is.
And AJ Foyt, good God, and Tony Kanaan. So yeah, don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Speaking of AJ Foyt Racing, Charlie Kimball got a full-time ride with AJ Foyt Racing for the 2020 season.
Heck yeah, he did.
Heck yes, and for the members of the media who maybe did not read the press release closely, it's not 6 races, it's the full season.
It is the full season.
Idiot.
Yeah, like get it together.
Good Lord. And I don't think we covered this last time. My timelines are somewhat fudgy. Santino Ferrucci.
Yes, he has officially got the number 18 ride at Dale Coyne Racing, and he also has Sealmasters as a sponsor.
And it's the Vassar Sullivan.
Yeah.
So a lot of questions there that we'll be talking about next week.
Yeah,
so stay tuned.
A lot, which I actually ran into Santino at the Rolex and took a picture with him and Flat Molly, of course.
Well, naturally.
But yeah, it was funny because saw him and he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you guys came to this too." And he didn't say it in this way, but in my mind, it was funnier if he was like, "Fuck, I didn't know you guys were here too. I've been trying to avoid you." That's not
here,
right? Like you're here? Damn it! All of a sudden, he's sending out text to all the IndyCar drivers. They're here. Watch your 20.
I feel like there's probably like a text thread that is just all of the drivers for that sort of purpose. Maybe not us, probably us, but like other people too. Like, oh shit, so and so's here.
Yeah, I think so.
If not, I would like that to happen. I'm like, if not, don't ruin it for me. I like thinking that it's a thing.
Yeah, I enjoy that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's got to be true for at least a few drivers.
Oh yeah, I know. Like the teams all have like the team driver, not the team drivers, but the drivers in the same team probably all have like a group.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. Oh shit, Michael's pissed.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were like texting each other like during a meeting where Michael was, where any team owner was pissed, but that team owner was not in on the thread?
I mean, I want to be clear that I don't think the team owners are on any of the threads with the teams.
Well, that's true.
I mean, yeah, and I'm pretty sure that probably happens, having been in meetings before. I mean, come on.
I would do that.
We just did that at a meeting the other day.
We do it all the time. I do it all the time at every job I've ever had. Like if there's anybody else in the room that I know, I am either texting you or I take it old school and I'm writing notes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're sitting right next to me and it's something where everybody's taking notes the whole time, I'm not taking notes. I am writing color commentary.
Mm-hmm. Don't ever look at the top of the top and the side of a notebook because there's always just shit to other people that sometimes I forget to cross out. So it makes for a fun review. Like two weeks later, I'm like, who was sitting next to me?
Right? I'm like, I don't remember what it was in reference to, but I still can't believe she was fucking serious with that.
Yeah. Boy, they really couldn't land the damn plane, but okay, yeah, sounds about right, me.
Oh, yeah, land the plane is probably something that I say more often than anything else.
All the time. And I have like a hand gesture now because I have to
Yes,
sit on so many conference calls at work. It's the little like hang 10
palm
is just,
out.
oh, see, now mine's just the hang 10 and it's just, whoop.
Oh, see, mine is palm out, and then I take my index finger and I circle the palm like we're circling the runway, and then I
I'm,
bring it in the center like land the plane.
mine's just a plain landing, just, merp.
No, mine is we're circling, we're circling, we're circling, land it.
I can go from trying to land it to the good, like, jack off motion because typically if somebody's not landing the plane, they just want to hear themselves talk. So,
I like
anyway,
it. Anyway, we're fun. We're fun in meetings and conference calls.
yeah. Thank God for the damn mute button. I abuse that.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody's happier that I use the mute button.
I mean, I'm a firm believer in it, regardless of the sarcastic things that I say during every phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Oh, all right. Let's see. What other news we got? Anything else exciting?
No, I mean, they keep hinting we're going to hear about Fernando, but it's still technically a rumor since it's not been confirmed yet. So
Yep. So we shall see.
maybe we will know by next episode. Maybe not. I don't know. It's Fernando.
It depends. It's in God's hands.
Yeah. It's really just in Fernando's hands. Let's be real clear about that.
It is, and he's going to drag it out as long as he can because he's a drama queen, and I love it. I love that about him.
That's okay. I get him.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, on to the Rolex.
Oh, Rolex.
So, how was it watching at home?
It was different watching at home. So I did the IMSA track pass, which you keep saying it wrong. It was only $3.
Well, on the website, like where it talked about it, it was advertised as $4.99. So I think that you just happened to like get a deal.
It's $4.99 if you do like there's a like a bigger one that you can get all of the different track stuff, which includes like
Oh.
ARCA and whatnot. But if you just wanted IMSA, it's like $2.99.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Yes. So it was interesting to use it that way because it basically, I mean, it was 24-hour coverage of the track. And so you had all of like the announcers because it clued in with the broadcast that was on like NBC, NBCSN, I think NBC again. But it also, they all cut to commercials and whatnot. And so there was like, 5 minutes of just meow, meow, and no announcers. But it was nice. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it wasn't like a full, you didn't see the whole track. It was just various
Various angles and
angles.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have timing and scoring up there the whole time.
Right? Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. That was what was nice about it, I think.
Yeah, that was very nice. Well, it was weird to be at a track without you.
I know it was weird to have a race like it. I wasn't there, but I mean, we've watched races on TV, not with each other, but like knowing that you were there and I wasn't, it was like, this is, I don't like this.
I know there were so many times that I was like, God, I wish Molly was here right now. God, I wish Molly was here right now.
Well, and you
Just,
guys had great weather down there.
oh my gosh, we had fantastic weather. I was like, we better have good weather next year. I was like, because Molly earned this weather. We all earned this weather last year by
Exactly. So
toughing it out in the rain.
I'm gonna take a little page out of Rowdy's manual there, and so next year when we have good weather, I'm gonna say it's because of me.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, and I think it is because of you.
That's what I say.
Oh, Rowdy.
Hey,
Kyle Busch is an ass.
you're
an ass.
He didn't have a bad. I mean, the car didn't do great, but like he didn't make any big slip ups,
No, he did pretty good.
and they let him drive it at the end. That's kind of a big thing.
That is kind of a big thing. Yeah, Kobayashi was not giving it up at the end.
Which, I mean, that when he first got behind that wheel of the number 10, his last stint, like the first 3 to 5 laps, I was like, my hand to God, I think he's going to crash this car, and I don't know what's going to happen. I
I
don't know
mean,
how I'm going to react.
dude, from the beginning, we're like 3 hours into the race and he's making moves. And even the announcers were like, okay, this is some shit you see in the last 45 minutes. You don't see this with 21 hours to go.
You're like, whoa, but yeah, a few of those DPI cars got a little aggressive a little early.
Yeah, Aleo felt the brunt of that.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
oh, and that was the most pissed off I've ever seen him. I thought he was going to start speaking Portuguese.
I and I told you this. So when they finally got the car back and like he got back in, I was like, maybe we should have switched drivers because I think he's gonna go just actively ram that. I mean, he's too much of a professional not to, but there was a moment.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna find the number 55 and put him in the wall.
yeah, like
And then just
not today's.
yelling Portuguese as he drove past afterwards. Just put him in the damn wall.
Right? And then just like kiss my ass in Portuguese.
Exactly.
I would have thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh, but yeah, Kobayashi, yeah, he was not playing around. It was actually funny at the end because so I was watching on the TV
Yes.
and then I was listening on with the scanner.
Yeah.
So I was watching the TV on my phone, you know, in addition to what I could see from where we were sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big screen in the living room, which I decided it really didn't feel like a living room without the rug. The rug last year made it, so the checkered rug is going to have to go to the Rolex every year.
That's
For
what
the
that's,
living room.
it does tie the room together.
And that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I was like, it really just ties the room together, and everybody made fun of me, but I'm like, it just does though.
You're like, just wait till next year.
Like I can't wait till the year that like we get a set that comes with coffee tables.
I think we're working our way up to that now.
I mean, we are. We had really fancy furniture this year. But yeah, so I've got the whole thing, and I've got I'm listening to the scanner and all that business, and so I kept adjusting who my favorites were at different parts on the race, depending on who I wanted to hear more of. Which, yeah, so I threw it on. What was it, the number 10 at some point, and yeah, I had both the Penske cars early on, and then I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
it was not their favorite 24 hours.
They did not have a great weekend.
No, they really didn't. But Kobayashi at the end, he was just so particular, and they were like, it's your call. Do you want to get out? Do you want to stay in the car? And he was like, how many stints are left? And the guy was like, there's 1 hour and 17 minutes. And then you just hear silence. And then you hear him say, how many stints are left? Like, did I ask for it in hours and minutes?
It's like a stint in 17 minutes, buddy.
And so the guy comes back, he's like, 1.2 stints.
I appreciate that he did the math.
He did. And then he was like, I'll stay.
He knew he was going to stay as soon as he said an hour 17, but he wanted him to do the math.
He did. He was like, bitch, answer the question I asked.
Yep.
Did I ask how much time was left? No, I asked how many stints were left.
Do the math.
Oh, yeah, it really tickled me. But yeah, the poor Penske's. I know everybody in the number 6 car did nothing but just bitch about the handling of that car.
Well, they had gone into the weekend already like the tires are just not right. Like something was, I don't know if it's the balance was off on the tires or what, because like the 6 just had some horrific issues with their ride height, which is going to make 24 hours seem like 72 if you've got a shitty ride height.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that thing was about as much fun as riding a mechanical bull.
Yeah, for 24 hours. Just think about that, guys.
I mean, literally, like, Juan, like, the entire time, was, well, not the entire time, because he also wanted to know who was in front of him. And
that's how Juan drives.
That is how Juan drives. And there was a spotter that told him somebody that was behind him, and I swear he said, I don't care.
I'm sure 100. Well, first of all,
or he might have just said, who's in front of me? Like he just blew it off. Did not. Yeah.
Well, we know that spotter was definitely not 40 then.
It was not 40.
40 would have not told him who was behind. He knows.
No, he knows. Juan only
He knows
cares about who's in front.
Juan only cares about who is ahead. Juan does not care who is behind him. That
No.
is of no importance to Juan.
No, you are no longer a threat to Juan.
Juan does not care.
Juan does not care. Juan is very nice.
Juan just wants to drive.
But yeah, no, they were, yeah, the car was riding rough. They were loose in the wrong places, and it was just, yeah, it was painful to hear them. I mean, and every time they change drivers, I'm like, well, maybe this person will have a better ride.
I'd be like,
nope. Like, I mean, it got to the point that like Dane Cameron gets in, and I've heard, Pagano, talk about how the car's not handling well, and then Montoya talk about how the car's not handling well, and then Cameron gets in, and I felt bad for him because he was like, okay, this really is driving like shit. And by that point, they were like, yeah, we know.
Oh, poor Dane.
I know. I was like, he didn't get to have his like moment of, okay, seriously.
Oh, but this is shit. And they were all like, yeah, we know. Shut up, Cameron, and drive.
Right? They're like, yeah, we just got a 2-hour saga on it. Okay, it's fine.
This is what happens when you follow Juan as the car driver.
Oh, but yeah.
So the 6 car had that. The 7 car, well, like 4 hours in-ish, the number 55 speared them, really cut them off in the bus stop area. That basically ruined their chances at a podium, because I think they were like 10 plus laps behind by the time they got it fixed.
Yeah.
They made up some time. I mean, they made up the laps, but not those laps, but they made up laps.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just a huge amount to be behind.
Yeah. And again, if you have not seen the Elio Castroneves interview losing his shit about this,
he says over, I mean, it's a 24-hour race.
24 hours! 24 hours!
He said that so many times. It's 24 hours.
Say 24 hours again.
Say 24 hours one more time.
Like, the next morning, I get a text from my mom that just goes, oh man, Elio was pissed. And I was like, yeah, but it's an epic interview.
It really is, because you really don't catch him pissed off that much.
No, and he is heated. That whole, because they had, cameras in the garages, so they would always cut back to it, and like, you could see, even after that interview, when he would talk with Ricky and Rossi or somebody, like, he was still animated and heated.
Oh, he was still hot.
That's why I was like, maybe we shouldn't put Elio back in the car.
I don't think anybody wanted to tell him that.
I know, it was like, okay, we got to balance this out here. A potential for vehicular manslaughter, or telling Elio he's not driving.
Not it.
I'm gonna go with vehicular manslaughter.
Better them than us.
Yeah.
Suit up.
At the end of the day. Come on, Castroneves, let's go.
Let's rock and roll.
Go make up them laps, buddy. You got it.
Oh, yeah. And then was it a couple of the GTLM or GTD cars that decided to spin out on the front grass?
Yes, I believe GTD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Because I remember like looking up and I was like, oh, it did get quiet, similar to as if you're in person when you're watching it over the TV. And I was like, it got quiet. And I looked up and I'm like, cars shouldn't be there. What happened?
Right. Not before the checkered flies. Like,
I was like,
nobody should be doing donuts yet.
Why are we doing donuts? Because I was like, that's the grass that's checked. Wait a minute.
Fun fact, by the way.
Okay.
And I wish I could remember more specifics because I found it late at night one night last week, and I just couldn't wait to bring it up. But before this race, there was an area of the track that Daytona specifically asked the drivers, like, and I think it was the grass, like they asked them that if they did burnouts or whatever to not tear up the grass.
Oh.
And nobody, and nobody did. And guess what? It wasn't the end of the fucking world.
At a NASCAR track,
yes,
they asked drivers not to do
on grass. Okay,
Grass.
grass.
You can replant grass.
Yeah,
Wow.
grass that
Yeah.
has no historical significance. Putting it out there.
I'm just saying. Yeah, and the world did not end. We're all still here. Huh, interesting.
So
Interesting.
just gonna put it out there for what
Yeah,
it's worth.
just gonna put it out there.
Like it
Maybe.
fine. No, send it on back.
If you don't, I don't give a crap. Shut up.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, I was like, oh,
oh.
really?
Hmm.
Really? Okay.
Hmm. Interesting. Oh, okay.
Which I don't recall them ever having to say that before, which makes me feel like it was because of Kyle Busch.
He's an ass.
By the way, to anybody who's offended by that, I mean, I do think that Kyle Busch acts like an ass, but that's actually a quote from Brad Keselowski. It was this whole like funniest NASCAR interviews and fights and things video that we watched, and like funniest radio things. And anyhow, and he was like, "I'm Brad Keselowski. Kyle Busch is an ass," and it just really tickled us. So that's where that quote is from.
We say it to each other a lot, even at
A lot.
non-NASCAR events. Non-NASCAR events.
Yeah, no, we say it all the time just because it just tickled us. Although I did say it this weekend, and somebody turned and yelled back at me, "You're an ass."
And they had but 2 teeth. I'm kidding.
But it made me laugh because I'm like, I'm not really that invested in it. Just as like a funny quote to me, like a movie quote.
Also, though, but like that's the best response. So and so's an ass. You're an ass.
You're an ass. Like that, or your mom's an ass. Like either one. I burst out laughing. I wasn't even the least bit upset.
Because at that point, you're like, well, you got me. Alrighty.
Yep. Well played.
Alrighty.
Well played, ma'am. Well played. Oh. But yeah, it was good stuff. Flat Molly got to do all kinds of things.
I'm concerned.
Yep.
Because you went down with how many? 3.
3.
How many did you come back with?
2. But to be fair, one of them never left its envelope.
Ah, okay.
It was like a spare because I assumed that
somehow one of them
was not going to survive.
In flames.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I decided I was going to make one for Doug, I was like, oh, I'll just make one. And then I was like, you might as well make 2.
Like, look, since you're here.
Right? I'm like, nope. But yeah, you had, we acquired some new cones because I brought my cone down, my traffic cone. And then the security people put some more cones around. And so you would be stuck in various traffic cones, either facing the group for conversation or facing the track to watch the cars.
And as I do.
Yep. Sometimes you'd be facing the crowd to greet people because then we put the Fast Cars, Fast Girls banner on the back of the couch, which was genius.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, nice call.
Yeah. Well, when I asked for the bungees, I meant to specify that I wanted like all the bungees because I was going to bungee the banner on the windshield.
Yeah, I couldn't find the rest of them, so I thought they were in your van. Are they not?
They are not. They're probably in a tote.
I kind of like spun through all the totes, but I will do a quicker look.
Well, and actually I didn't search the van for them, so it's possible that they're in there. I didn't even,
It's just a peek into how we pack, everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, they weren't in the box with the other bungees. I didn't search any further. It never occurred to me that they might still be in the van. From Liquor and Lights, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. But no, so we zip tied that banner to the couch, and I was like, oh, this is perfect.
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Flat Molly got her picture taken by official IMSA photographers. They thought it was hysterical.
Naturally.
And then there was an almost love connection with somebody named Cardboard Carl.
Yeah, I got concerned.
I read your text aloud to everybody. I go, so I just told Molly about Cardboard Carl, and she said, well, it didn't take very long for this to get weird.
Mm-hmm. Like Cardboard Carl.
Cardboard Carl. I'll tell you what, Tony got weird in the best way. I love Tony. He's such a sweetheart. But he got way day drunk, and which he typically does not do, but he had his son Clark with him, and they came to our campsite during the daytime. Tony actually said he was amazed he could find it because he's never been there when the sun's up. And yeah, day drunk Tony, he was like, You can bring Flat Molly over to my campsite. She's never seen the inside of the van.
And everybody's like, no, so you're making it weird.
Oh no, it was so funny.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. Oh, lots of people offered you drinks and food. There's lots of photos of people like holding up sandwiches or like straws to Flat Molly's face.
I mean, I do appreciate that.
Yep, because Flat Molly also gets angry.
Hey, it's true. She just doesn't have the crippling coffee addiction that I do.
She does not. Uh, I did set I set it up because I slept in the van. I didn't take a tent since it was just me, and so I set up this nice little nest on half of the back of the van, and then I set Flat Molly up next to me the first night that I went to sleep, so that when I woke up, you'd be right there because you usually wake me up in the morning.
Like,
And
Claire, good morning.
yeah, and so I woke up and saw your face, and it kind of like I jumped because it's
You
huge.
were like, shit, somebody's in the van.
Yeah, and I was like, the fuck? And then I was like, okay, that was not nearly as funny as I thought it was going to be last night.
You're like, last night, hilarious. This morning, slightly horrifying.
Yeah, I'm like kind of startled me because I was, yeah, I put it in there. It was dark when I went to sleep. Like,
Oh, that's bad.
got that I had put it there, woke up like, ah!
This bitch is haunting me even here.
Right. So, yeah. Yeah, that was the only night for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did get to sing karaoke though.
Oh, good. I meant to ask if that happened.
That did happen. I was very proud of myself. I did not sing karaoke on Friday, and I did not go around any campfires until after karaoke because that's always what causes me to lose my voice.
Yeah.
So, yep, sang karaoke, and then I got invited up to sing with the group after me because they were singing Sweet Caroline, and they were like, "Come on and join us. You know it. It's Sweet Caroline." And I was like, of course I know it. I'm white."
Am I not white?
Like I said, this is crack for white people.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, so yeah, it was a fun crowd of people doing karaoke, I'll tell you that.
Saturday night as a race is going on.
Oh, so something else. We happened to time the Ferris wheel perfectly. I feel like they used to do fireworks later, or that they moved karaoke because fireworks this year were at 11 and karaoke was from 10:30 to midnight. And so they were overlapping, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to run the Ferris wheel, I want to see fireworks, and I want to sing karaoke, and I want to make sure that I actually get in time, which I barely did. I was the second to last person to go, and so because of how all that worked out, we ended up riding the Ferris wheel during the fireworks.
Oh, very cool.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
fireworks, but fireworks from a Ferris wheel seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I missed out on the photos of, the cars and the Ferris wheel and the fireworks in the background, but like I've done that the last couple of years, and having the fireworks from the Ferris wheel, I got some really good firework photos.
Nice.
And like some cool car photos from up top, and it was, we've not ever done that, and I was like, okay, this might need to be a thing that we try to do from here on out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Ferris wheel is already a good time, so why not?
Right? And we actually were on it at the same time Chip Wiles was.
Aw.
With the like real cameramen and whatever, because they did the fireworks from there as well. So we got a super long ride.
That's nice.
Yeah. Some guy in line, like before we got on, was bitching. He's like, "Come on, this is like the longest fucking ride ever." And we just looked at him and laughed. We were like, "All right, dude. Like, it's a Ferris wheel racetrack. Chill."
You're at a 10. I need you at a 2.
Right? Like, life is not that hard. It's okay.
The Ferris wheel will still be here, and the cars will still be running, actually.
Right? Like, it's fine. It'll all still be happening.
That's too much.
Yeah, it was really funny. Like, just full on losing his shit about the Ferris wheel.
Well, sometimes people get cranky about things.
They sure do, man. They get cranky about some weird things.
They do.
But yeah, it was a good time. Pulled out some of the plastic flamingos to take pictures, do some photo ops with them.
Nice.
Well, and of course, Mr. Tom wanted to put one, next to Doug.
Well, obviously, I feel like that's the whole thing now.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently Doug's not the one who ran over the flamingo at Road America. Nor did he put it in the fire. He's been taking the heat for that, but he actually didn't do either of those.
Well, I feel like I owe an apology. I also feel like he told me he did that.
I know, and he leaned right into the vendetta.
Yeah, like, okay, but...
Yeah, he came clean. It wasn't him.
Interesting.
Very. But yeah, it was a fun weekend.
Of course, it always is.
It always is. But yeah, I definitely missed you, like, in the evening hours when I was starting to get tired. I'm like, I need somebody else here in person.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Like, is you need like another body going through it. Be like,
yeah. Well,
okay.
and I say it's not that I didn't have anybody. I mean, there were still people, and like, you know, Mike Knapp was hanging out with us all night and whatever. But it's just not the same as me and you. Like, you and I can entertain ourselves.
I just like people watching.
Yes, and we always have something to say about everybody, like anything, anyone, and everyone, and everything. And so, yeah, it just wasn't quite the same. The texting was just not quite the same. And at that point, I couldn't FaceTime you unless I went inside the van because it was so damn loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard during that race to do anything but text, and texting, as you said, is not the same.
It's not. No. We were like texting back and forth. Well, and also during the like hard to stay awake hours was when there were no yellows.
Yeah, because they had like
set a record for like
the new record. Yeah, goodness.
Shit.
Jesus.
I know. I was like, of all the years, I should have slept.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like just under, I think it was 3 hours and 40 some odd, or 4 hours and something odd. No, I think it was more than that. Oh, I can't. Darn it. I have it written down. That's stupid.
No, it was like 6 hours and something.
Was it 6 and 40 something? Maybe that's.
Yeah.
I think it was like 47, but I couldn't remember what the first.
Yeah, no, it was like 6 hours and 47 minutes or some shit like that. Yeah, it was a crazy long time.
It was.
Speaking of other yellows, though, let's talk about Christina Nielsen, whose Lamborghini was ablaze. She like realizes it's on fire, gets out of like the main, road, like pulls over, slams on the brakes, gets out, smoke billowing out like it's a Cheech and Chong movie. I mean, like I don't even know how she could see at that point.
The in-car camera for that is black. Like for a while, because they were like, well, here's the in-car, and you're like, okay, little smoke, and then like you can tell when the car stops, and it just goes from like somewhat hazy to like full on black. Like, you can't see in front of your face. So yeah, she stumbles out and then is trying to get the fire suppression system to work, and finally she's just like, I'm out. And I was like, how? Why is she still close to the car?
I thought it was totally badass that like she gets out and then goes up to the front of the car to like do the manual release on more fire suppression. And I was like, look at her. I felt like if she'd have had, a fire extinguisher that came off of the car, that she'd have grabbed it and started putting the son of a bitch out. I mean,
she might have, but dear God, like apparently they haven't, or last time I checked, they don't know why the fire started, because it like burnt up in the back.
It did. It was crazy. It was like, and it was inside.
Yeah, which is even weirder.
Yeah.
So who knows? But yeah, so
sat into their day.
I know.
But Christina Nielsen went out like a badass.
Oh no, it was so. I was like, what? That car's on. Oh God! And then I'm like, all right, well, she's trying to get the fires pressed, and then that's when they showed the in car, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yes. Craziness. All right. Well, do we want to kind of run down who won, or any other lingering thoughts?
Well, I wasn't gonna do, because the GTD and the only good thing about the GTLM, no GTD, were the Porsches did not have team orders at the end, and that was amazing to me.
I love that as well.
They were like, yeah, apparently there's no team orders, and like 2 minutes later, not even 2 minutes later, but like 30 seconds later, the cars almost run into each other, and the announcers go, okay, there really are no team orders. I thought, that's how you do it, though. Come on, boys.
Like, let's rock and roll.
Like, yeah, this is it's GTLM. That's right. Yeah, that was exciting for me.
Very exciting. I really enjoyed the race throughout the entire 24, between the BMW, the 24, the number 24, and the Porsches.
Yeah,
Because the Porsches were so much better. I mean, on the, like road course part of it, but on those longer straightaways, the
that
BMWs get
BMW
him.
had the speed. Yeah,
Yep, have the speed, would get him every time, and it was just like cat and mouse, back and forth.
it's
Of
such a
course.
great race though for
Oh,
endurance. Yeah,
it was. I mean, and they raced till the end.
yeah, they did not stop.
No, and I was so excited because I have a BMW, so I was
Yeah.
rooting for that person, and also the number 24 was who I got in our random betting,
Yep.
our random draw betting. So because by the time we decided who all was going to do it, it was like this is too much of a cluster to be like, okay, you get to pick first, and now you, and I was like, nope.
Nope.
So in case anybody wondered, here's how we did it. I counted how many drivers were in each thing, and I wrote out numbers, and then I wrote out everybody's names, and I turned to Tom, and I was like, all right, pick any number between 1 and 8. And so then he picks a number. I'm like, now another one. I'm like, I need you to pick all of the numbers just in any random order. And so everybody was assigned a number.
Yeah.
And then I went in and like each driver, like I assigned them a number, but Tom didn't know what they were assigned. And so then I had him just pick a random order of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like 1 through 8, 1 through 16, 1 through 7, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But my favorite part was because Tom hit it pretty hard on race morning. He hit it like we hit it on with the Bloody Marys at Birds.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. And so, I mean, like, Tom is feeling good. And so when I first sit down, I was like, okay, pick a number between 1 and 8. Tom goes, 9.
Nope.
I just stopped and I was like, Tom,
Oh.
pick a number between 1 and 8.
This is what I need you to do. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up.
9.
9. I can see. Oh my God, I can see
Right?
him in that moment.
And he was so into it and like took a big old drink of his Foster's, and I was like, I'm here for the enthusiasm. However,
But I need you to listen to the rules real quick. They're not many.
right? 9.
Uh,
Oh, too funny. It was a good time.
Also, just random shout out to the Mazdas for finishing the race and not catching on fire.
Amen. Well done, Mazdas.
They apparently figured that out, so there you go.
Yep. We're proud of you.
Yeah. Look at you not catching on fire like adults.
Right? Yep. Nope. Well done. I met one of the sponsors for Meyer Shank Racing, so that was fun. Talked to them about how much we love them, and of course invited them to some Unplugged events.
There you go.
He was like, now do you know Mike? And I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, we know Mike.
Yeah. He said something, he was like, yeah, I've got a meeting with him later. And I was like, better pick up some Busch Light.
And tell him we say, hey, what's up? Never mind. He probably got alerted on the text group.
Yeah. Ask him if he knows why drinking a ham special light and having sex in a canoe
Are the same.
similar. I would say,
God, such a great joke.
oh, that will forever be funny.
It will be.
Forever and ever. Oh. But yeah. So so the BMW ended up winning in that.
Yeah.
Clip.
It was good for them.
It was.
Good race.
Let's see. Who won in the other GT class?
GTD. Oh, I think I accidentally shut down the results. But in the GTD was the Black Swan car that got destroyed in Thursday's practice. Like to the point where they didn't think that this car was going to make it. Got it rebuilt with some like help from other teams, which is lovely. I enjoy it. And they had to get like a waiver for their drivers. But hey, they ended the race 4th in the GTD class. And I was like, oh, well, if you didn't think you're going to have a car and you ended 4th, that's a pretty damn good race.
Yeah, it is. Which, by the way, can we talk about shit? I don't remember his name. There was a driver that raced in 2 different classes.
Keating.
There we go, Keating.
Ben
Yeah,
Keating, yeah, he did LMP2 and GTD, and it's a logistical nightmare because you have to have a minimum time out of the car. But you also have to
you have to
have a
have
minimum time in the car.
in each car
Yeah.
to count.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 4 hours in each car.
4 hours in each car, 2 hours after each stint.
Yeah. Crazy, but like, well done, sir.
Yeah, and for a while,
Well done.
done. Yeah, unfortunately, like neither of his cars won, but there was like a minute where they're like, is he gonna win in both classes?
Yeah, I mean, because he was second in LMP2.
Mm-hmm. His GTD car, I don't think it. Oh, shit, no, I don't think it podiumed.
No, they ended up 11th. Something
Yeah, there was
happened. They had
something
some,
happened to the car. Yeah.
yeah, they had some issues. But yeah. But the winner of LMP2, of course, our favorite,
Oh my God.
Dragon Speed Racing.
With Ben driving it to the finish. That was so much fun
Yeah.
to watch at the end. I was like jumping up and down in my living room, just going like, "Yeah, Ben, yeah, Dragon Speed!" And it's like,
Oh my
just,
gosh. And he was screaming. Like,
oh yeah.
it was great. I loved it.
Well, because it's back to back for Dragon Speed. Now it was a whole different drivers
Mm-hmm.
setup from last time, and I was like, see, that says something like
Yeah.
same same like organization, different drivers. That means y'all are doing something right.
Right. Like they've obviously got the formula worked out.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's get that formula transferred over to IndyCar.
Yep.
Come on.
We're gonna be seeing more of them in IndyCar, so
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
let's do it. Oh, yeah,
Uh,
very exciting. And then of course DPI was 2 years in a row for the Konica Minolta Cadillac.
um, I don't, I don't think I've had this opportunity to talk to you yet about my Lord and Savior Ryan Briscoe.
I don't believe you have.
He is now my religion.
Okay.
The man has to serve a stop and hold for 60 seconds.
For a bullshit call, by the way.
For a bullshit call.
Because that light was yellow. Like, if that had been traffic court, he could have taken it in and said, there is no, let me show you the physics of why I could not physically have stopped in time for this red. And the judge would throw it out.
Judgment like, why is he here? Go on, sir. Have a nice day. But yeah. Oh no. So he had to serve a stop and hold, and I was like,
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Like, I understand like the idea behind the penalty in general for that thing, but like, not this is one of those opportunities where you're gonna be like, no, keep on going, man. Play on, playa. But so 60 seconds. I'd say what, like 6 hours left in the race ish. Timeline gets hazy in my mind. And then, so put him a lap down. He turned around, got that lap back, and then beat the 77 out of a pit to get to first place. And I was like, oh my God, I'm done. Ryan, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah. Yep. So that's why when they put Kobayashi in and he was getting a little squirrely at the beginning, I got real upset.
Listen, do not fuck this up.
Ryan Briscoe is Jesus. I need you guys not to do this. That just means Scott Dixon is the Holy Ghost, I think. Or is he God? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, he's just the Iceman.
Yeah. Wayne Taylor was like talking about Scott, and he's like, yeah, Dixon just like, he just sits there and he doesn't say much, and he just listens. He goes, but when he says something, you pay attention. And I was like, yeah, it's Scott.
Yeah.
Like, no emotion, his heart doesn't race. He was like, yeah, I see why they call him the Iceman. You're welcome.
Yep.
And with this win, I think Scott vaults up into like more rarefied air with like the Rolex championships and things like that. So that's also super cool.
Yeah, he now has won overall 3 times.
Yeah, and then class, I think 4, because when he was driving for Ford, some of the GTs, they won, but just class. So
yeah, just their class, yeah.
Which makes sense if you're GTD.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, number 10 won 2 years. Again, another back to back.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Pretty
don't
wild.
know. Oh, it also longest green flag and most laps ran in a race.
Which is crazy. Oh, excuse me. Which is crazy because they beat that our first year down there, and then they just beat it again.
It's us. It's fine.
It is. I like
Or
it.
maybe the lack of, I don't know, torrential downpour that caused 2 red flags.
God. And should have caused one much sooner than it did.
Yeah, but hey, they
Dude, my
didn't have
favorite was the like, are they really going to go green? Okay, yep, okay, this is going to be a shit show. Get the camera ready, get the phone ready. Oh, nope, they're red
Nope.
flagging it.
Oh,
Never
oh,
mind.
oh, okay. They're red flagging it. Okay, cool, cool, cool,
It
cool,
went
cool.
from we're going to go green to red flag.
Just kidding. Yeah, the
In
IMSA was like,
fact,
no,
don't even abort the green, like just abort everything. Bring
just
them in.
bring
Bring it
them in,
home.
bring it home, bring them on in. Uh, so yeah, I mean, it was a great race, great weather for you guys.
Oh, it was beautiful weather. It was just absolutely perfect. Could not have asked for better weather.
Just
Um,
and the race was fantastic. Like good energy, start to finish. I mean, only 5 cars retired, which is
yeah,
amazing. So it was fair. I mean, except for the kind of a couple of moments, it was a pretty clean race.
it really was.
Yeah,
It really was. I mean, yeah, there are a few people that got a little squirrely, but yeah, overall it was just good hard racing.
that's the best kind.
So yeah, it was, I mean, magical as it always is. 24 hours of race cars,
Mm.
seeing old friends, making new friends.
Getting ready, getting excited for IndyCar.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, let's fucking go. Like we're
Let's,
less than 2 months out.
is it time to go to St. Pete yet? Like, okay, but when can we go to St. Pete?
I mean, it's gonna be here before we know it.
I know. I
Like it is
know.
around the corner.
I actually went through like all of the race and checkered clothes this afternoon, and I was like, I should probably get these somewhere I can find them easy.
Right?
Oh yeah, race season is here.
It
Really,
is. It's upon us.
is upon us. Da, da, da.
Aslan is coming. Aslan's on the move. Yeah. That's what it is. Aslan's on the move. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, but yeah. Oh, and we have our new checkered blankets that can
Oh,
also be
the
used as
checkered snuggies, kind of,
snuggies, but like it's closed in the back because who wants an open in the back thing?
because who wants wind to get you from other areas
Yeah, I mean basically it's a sleeping bag that
with a
that
hood?
is with a hood. It's a sleeping bag that's open at the bottom with a hood,
Walk around with a hood. Hmm.
and it
You
comes
can
with a belt.
you can stick your hands out to the side if you want to.
You don't have to.
You don't, as we I think both found out at different times. Sometimes it's nice to just like cocoon in it.
Oh, I cocooned in it. That's how because I did sleep. I did sleep for like 2 hours, and I got in the van, and I had been wearing that thing all fucking night, and I like just got in. I took my shoes off, climbed in the side door, and just
Cocoon
adjusted
on
the
up.
hood, pulled my arms in, and went to sleep. And so I woke up to a couple of texts from the guys of like, dude, are you here? Like, where did you go? We're starting to get a little worried. Nobody's seen you this morning. Because I was like going to bed as they were all getting up. Like, I saw a couple of them and I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta just grab a quick nap. And and so I came out and I was like, oh yeah, and I was talking about how comfy it was. And Tom was like, yeah, I like peeked in the van. He's like, but I couldn't tell if there was a body inside of it or if it was just thrown in the van. He's like, I just couldn't tell. And I was like, ooh, it's camouflage too.
If we just wear it and like drop to the ground suddenly, that's how we will escape apex predators.
Exactly. I was like, this is like the cloak in Lord of the Rings. This is awesome.
Ah, this is perfect. Ah,
Yeah, he's like, I couldn't tell if it was just like a blanket in a pile or if there was a body under
the
there.
body in it. Oh my god.
Oh, he's like, and I didn't want to be a creeper staring in the windows, and then you wake up and see.
That might have been. It was a good call, Tom. Good call.
Right? I was like, I appreciate that. But of course, I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. Not that it mattered because I put earplugs in, and I had set an alarm that I didn't hear because
Yeah. Earplugs.
The earplugs are really good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, those are amazing. We're bringing those to other races.
I mean, I feel like we both have decided they're coming to St. Pete with us.
Oh yeah, I mean they're coming to definitely all the camping races. Like that's
Oh,
going to be on our beds.
yeah, because also it'll make our beds look nice and
I
organized.
know,
I
right?
mean,
Just I
don't
will throw it
lift
on
them
top of all
up.
the shit that's underneath. Yeah, yeah. Don't think you can sit on the couch just because it looks like there's nothing underneath that.
It might look clean. It's not. There's
Smoke
three
and
different
mirrors,
makeup pieces, clothing, and
fake
probably
hair.
crackers.
What'd you say? And probably what?
Crackers.
Crackers
Some
or
type of
pretzels.
cracker and or dipping food and a dip.
Oh, there's definitely a dip around there.
Oh yeah. Maybe a few Natterday cans. You never know. Just don't lift
You
it up.
never know. Oh, natter days.
Mm.
I enjoyed those natter days this weekend.
No, like I try not to drink it during the non-race time. So when it's a race, I'm like, oh God, this tastes like speed.
Right? And it was just perfect because it was such nice weather. And we've discussed that, they're not a beer that, you can drink under every occasion, but that like, outside boating kind of vibe, race vibe, they're perfect for. And so with it being Florida and sunny and warm, yeah, they were the perfect drink choice.
Absolutely.
Well, that and of course the box wine,
Well,
my
naturally.
first love.
Naturally.
I don't want to leave you out. Nobody could ever take your place in my heart, Francia.
No. Number one in our hearts.
Always. Mostly because there's nothing I enjoy more than pulling a bag of wine out of a cooler in a public place.
Just because it's a great power move. You're like, don't mind me.
Right? And people are like, how much wine is that? 5 liters.
It's a bag's worth of wine.
How much? Enough?
What I need, I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, it's just so much easier than carrying the amount of beer it would take to
Yeah.
drink an equivalent amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's portable.
So portable. You can drink straight from the bag if you break all of your cups like Molly.
Sometimes it happens. Or at the end, I have to I gotta cut a corner because it's just easier to pour that way.
It is, yeah. When you get to the very end, yeah. Because good to the last drop, that boxed wine.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get that last drop.
You know it.
I have to pick some up at St. Pete. I might, since I'm flying in late, I might be like,
I'll pick you up. I'll hit I'll have a liquor store for you.
all right, cool. I mean, once you get there, obviously, since we're flying.
Yeah, but I'll have plenty of time.
Yeah.
We got to figure out the media gates for that race because we have not figured out a way to sneak alcohol in.
Maybe we don't say that out loud.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about how we're going to do it, like,
That's true.
but I'm just
every
saying
time
there are
we
metal
just-
detectors,
Yes,
but we can work around that.
but they also looked in our bags.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. All right, we're going to continue this conversation off air because
Yeah,
I think I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
I've been on enough cruises. We can make this happen.
I mean, we've smuggled alcohol into other places.
Yeah. I've smuggled alcohol into better places than the St. Pete GP. Okay.
Then the temporary gate.
Yeah. God, they are so DFS at that too. I'm like, who do you think is coming here?
Like, calm down, St. Petersburg.
Chill out. Like in 2 weeks when the spring breakers are here, you're gonna miss us. Although, I can't say that I'm mad at them because I was telling somebody today that it is like a spring break for adults and that people go down there and act like fools, and I love it.
I know. It is kind of.
I mean,
it's IndyCar spring break. We've discussed this.
Yeah, it is. Hashtag IndyCar spring break. And yeah, I love how many adults just act like they're 21 on spring break in college again.
You're like, ooh, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the number of people in our group that passed out at the party barge.
Oh, that was just hilarious, though.
It was funny.
Anyway.
The power went out and then came back on while they were asleep.
Yeah, like they missed a whole incident.
Yeah, they wake up and try to order a drink, and we're like, "Oh, you didn't know? We've damn near drank the bar dry. They're out of margaritas. They're out of this. They're out of this." We're like, "You can get a Mick Ultra
I know you can get a
or a
mix.
gin drink."
And everybody, yeah. It
Right?
was at that point where we left
We
the
left.
party parched.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we almost drank that bar dry.
I wanna add that it wasn't just us.
No, it was not just us. There were lots of people at that bar other than our group, but we played a significant role in that.
I mean, we weren't just innocent bystanders, but we weren't the
No.
only people there drinking. I was like, wait,
No,
this needs to be said.
no, it wasn't just us, but we were active participants.
Oh hell yeah.
We would be included in the record.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. I
oh,
think we have to white flag this. We already moved to St. Pete.
we did. All right. Well, my white flag is that I think that we got to maybe like 50 or 60 count on the I miss yous.
Yeah.
And that it was not the same without you, but that it was still an excellent weekend. And thanks to everybody who came out and said hi and came out to the campsite, and just all of our racing friends and family. It was great to see you all again, and I'm looking forward to another fun season.
Yay. Thanks to everybody who said that they were glad that I did not come contagious with the flu, because that's why I didn't go, people. So I appreciated that.
Yep.
And I'm glad that the next
Appreciate
race
it.
we will be there together in person in St. Pete for IndyCar. It is coming. I'm excited.
Oh, so exciting.
So exciting. Alrighty, let's wave those checkers.
Let's wave them. Have a great week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.